What's up, everyone? You are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. I am Tejas, and this is your Monday Night Raw review, guys. Before we get into this review, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let me know what you guys thought about this week's Raw in the comment section below. So, we opened up the show with Vince McMahon, Cleopatra's egg. That story was continuing the $100 million value egg that was stolen, and Adam and Sonia Deville still don't have any answers to that, so they are still finding. And Vince actually had a bounty as well. If anyone who actually finds out, that would be getting a WWE Championship opportunity. Uh, I wasn't interested in this. Like catching up for this the whole show, it didn't catch me up, I would say, but nonetheless it was interesting at the end of the show, you can say, and that I really like. So yeah, next we get to RK Bro Riddle versus Dolph Ziggler. Riddle got the victory here. Nice match. Riddle is always fun to watch. RK Bro, the act is very good. So, and they are still kind of into that process that Randy Orton is not very clear about Riddle because he's not listening to him. So he's sometimes his voice is ringing in his head. So he finally snaps. He finally gets an RKO. That would be the ending. Probably Jan Feb, I think so. After Royal Rumble, I expect that. Next, we had Becky Lynch promo, which was also a good promo, I would say. And the character work is really nice of Becky Lynch, and just making the fans hate is really good. What she's doing actually. And the next they had after that Bianca Belair promo. It was kind of like we listened to such a long promo and then got to another promo, but it was going to a match, Bianca Belair versus Tamina. Bianca Belair got the victory here. Yeah, pretty much a squash match, you can say. Yeah, some offenses here and there for Tamina. Yeah, Bianca Belair got the victory here. Next, we had the Rollins and Kevin Owens thing, and all the superstars are finding out the egg and all. So that was going on. Rollins versus Balor match was going to happen, but that didn't happen because before Balor makes entrance, it came to an attack, and that ends into a DQ, and he storms 2-3 storms, I think, for Finn Balor. And I think this Rollins Balor story is going to continue because I don't know if this rivalry is going to be. They are still going to be put upon great matches and all, but it's not about great matches, man. It's about the story. And apart from this attack, I don't see anything that they could do. So maybe Seth Rollins would be caused by Balor for the when he's going to be having the WWE Championship match. I think that. So if they are running it back, that rivalry, there's nothing on the line here. So it's just for a great match. If they are going to do it, they can do it, but I'm not very interested into that. So yeah. So next we had the 24/7 championship match. Yeah, this next we had actually the Street Profits and AJ Styles and Omos. From here it was kind of repetitive, like pre-recorded Raw we are seeing. Yeah, that was there. AJ Styles and Omos got the victory here. So it's like this week AJ Styles and Omos get the victory, and next week Street Profits get the victory. The story doesn't anything unfolds or something. It's nothing for next week. They just yeah, by a DQ, you can say, when he used the fire extinguisher. So that was a nice little fun, you can say. And next we also had the set attacked by fans. So it was really disgusting to see that, and fans really not understanding that it's still a work. I don't know who is not understanding that. I don't know. But anyways, guys, we get to the next match. Rhea Ripley and Nikki SH versus Queen Zelina and Carmella for the WWE Women's Tag Titles, and they were kind of very strongly teasing Zelina and Carmella to win. So they got the victory here. They are finally the Women's Tag Team Champions. Hope so. Rhea Ripley goes to that another style, and Nikki Ash goes to her own business or rivalry. Yeah, because I do want that Nikki ASH character being removed and going to that old the sanity gimmick that she had. And even Rhea Ripley, um, turning face, and that could be good after Liv Morgan program. Maybe Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, that would be great. And if she wins the Rumble, that's her predictions as well for some of the guys. So I can't say anything about that because she would be a great pick for that. Yeah. And next we had the Reggie versus Cedric Alexander. Man, where is Cedric Alexander now? The Hurt Business whole thing is gone, and just had that whatever it was. Dana Brooke then had the win. I mean, nothing to say. Bobby Lashley versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, fun match, but it was kind of long, you can say. But it was very obvious that Bobby Lashley is going to destroy, but Mysterio and Dominic got some victory here, and MVP had a pretty interesting to hang upon to this match. He cuts a promo on his family and the wife, so kind of they're making pretty interesting. But no, man, and then just dragging the match to 11 minutes isn't going to do. I thought this could have been a short match where it was pretty much obvious that Lashley was going to get the winner. I think Lashley is kind of going to that WWE Championship that towards WrestleMania. I think they are building onto him because after that cash in, he's been on with Goldberg business, and then he has not been in a kind of a rivalry of anything. So I guess that's going to happen. And then we had a Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch tries to tease her with her insecure with her old memories and all, old the losses and all, and she was going to cry baby, she says, and Lynch was attacked by then Liv Morgan, and that was a strong thing, strong good segment, you can say. Next we had Damian Priest with Sami Zayn. This kind of saved the last 45 minutes or so of the show, because the second hour was really getting to that average mode, and Damien Priest is very good, and is very fun to watch, just like Matt Riddle, just like the Riddle and RK Bro thing that we are seeing. Sammy, it was first Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews doesn't want to give the fans a match here, so Sami Zayn comes up because Sami Zayn actually tells to Vince McMahon that Austin Theory is the one who actually stole. So Sami Zayn should have got the WWE Championship match, but he didn't get it, and Vince says that he hates snitches. So yeah, Austin Theory got the opportunity there. And then we had Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn. It was a cool, nice little match, you can say. This was a fun match, as I was saying, and yeah, I really enjoyed this match. And but yeah, we had next the main event: Big E versus Austin Theory for the WWE Championship. This at the end of the you can say the show, the whole egg thing that didn't do with me, I would say. But the way this got ended, I think that I really liked it, because it's something that new we were witnessing and we are going to see. So I was kind of like WWE Championship is on to the main show, so the main event is set for that. So I was kind of like, it's good, man, it's good, something new are going we are going to see that. So I pretty enjoyed it, you can say. Yeah, when Rollins and Big E came up, then they had the story, that story continuing, some kind of distraction for Big E and all, and that created a distraction for Austin Theory then, and that created the moment for Big E and captured the victory, and he retained the championship. So still, it was a good opportunity for Austin Theory, the first ever WWE Championship match. They were really trying hard to convince that maybe going to win the match and win the WWE Championship. And next week, maybe we could be seeing a youngest WWE champion. So yeah, it sounds very cool enough if you see, because that kind of had that kind of remind me of Randy Orton and all. So if this would have been made Austin Theory the WWE Championship, that would be a very good. But Big E at this stage, losing it would be very very bad enough, because this is not a very transitionary for Big E. This is a kind of opportunity that he's going to stick on to it for some months, I say. Maybe I could see him get through WrestleMania as well, but not sure for that. Not sure. Maybe he would lose at WrestleMania. But let's see, man. I thought about this was a good match, a good work by Austin Theory put upon to Big E, and the chemistry was really good. So overall, I would say really balanced show, and that Damien Priest that last 45 minutes, as I said, really kind of saved the show, and yeah. Apart from that, the huge stars they used, the riddle and all, so that kind of had a pretty mood around this show. Apart from that, it was just a decent show, you can say. Overall, you can say pretty decent to good, near good, you can say, yeah. But it was better than last week or something. So something Vince McMahon did that got the main event really good, and the whole story I didn't like it. But yeah, man, this was the show. I hope you like my review. Put it on the comment section below. What are you guys' thoughts in the comment section below of the show? And I will see you guys with the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.